Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. This is Adani and I'm back with another reading. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Okay. So I'm back with another reading today on this wonderful day. Yes. And just a reminder to those that did participate in the number drawing. Lola Bell, I just saw your comment. Send me an email, love. Send me an email so I can so we can get you your 10-minute reading, okay? Send me a email. And I believe there were two other ladies who participated. I don't see that they were subscribed to the channel. So I mean, we can still do it, okay? But just, you need to be subscribed. All right, so let's see what messages Spirit has for us today. Divine Holy Spirit, what do you need the collective to know? Eyes unseen, now open wide. Truth and wisdom hereby. Through the veil, let insight flow. What I see, these cards will show. Truth and wisdom. Through the veil, let insight flow. What I see, these cards will show. Okay. See what messages wants to come through today. King of Wands. So there's a masculine, there's a man that this message is for. This person, okay, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a man. It could be a woman. You're standing in your, your masculine energy, taking charge, coming up with ideas. I see these three wands behind him, which symbolizes like your ships are coming. So there's something that you're expecting that could be coming very soon. Somebody could be writing a proposal, that they want to present. Maybe you need to put something together, a package together that you're going to present, and just making sure that you are researching very well and putting your words together very well. This is Mercury retrograde, so you definitely want to be careful with contracts right now. So if there's any contracts that you're about to sign, make sure that you're reading them thoroughly. Making sure that you're reading all the fine print. And if this is a proposal that you are creating, making sure that you cover all areas, ask for what you want, and it will be granted to you with the Three of Wands. Don't judge me on my nails. I'm getting them done this weekend. I've been busy, guys. I've been busy. This person is given like this leadership energy, this CEO boss kind of energy. This could be somebody that's interested in you right now. Okay? This could be someone that is interested in you. This could be somebody that, they're trying to get their work done. They're trying to stay focused on business, right? But it's like they just can't help but to think about you. You're just on this person's mind. You're living rent free in someone's mind. I don't know if there's a higher up at your place of work that is interested in you. They're very calculated and strategic, with their words. And, before they even step out of their office and walk by your desk or whatever, they've already like practiced what they were going to say in their mind. So there's someone focused on you guys. There's someone focused on you, someone that could be interested in offering you something, or, I don't know if they're trying to see, yeah, it's a decision. It's a decision. Maybe they're trying to decide on offering you a different position. You know, they like that you've been meeting deadlines, and, you're more like, if there's other coworkers and y'all are having a meeting, when you speak, they like the fact that you are able to, like, um, you know, you're very goal oriented, and your ideas are very like something that will help the company move forward. They like the fact that your ideas are more advanced level, and they see your potential, and they feel like, oh, this person needs to be in a higher position. They could be looking into making you lead position or something like that. But something is something is coming. Someone is definitely thinking about you. They could be looking at your background, your experience, the work you've done in the company, going through everything, and they're very impressed. But just be careful. I don't know if it's almost given that this person that is focused on you, you know, they put on this like persona, like they're so put together. They might dress very nice, wear a suit, very confident. They're in physical shape. They look good. They dress good. They're in a leadership position, but deep down inside, this person is going through something personally. you know they could be experiencing some type of like, or they could have just got out of a very like terrible relationship. That's for someone. And I'm also getting that this person, I don't know if they heard something about you or researched you or looked you up, and they could have found out, or maybe someone told them that you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot of like misfortunes. You've been through a lot of like negativity. Maybe they see that you've been betrayed, at the company. They see the mean things that are happening to you, and they know that you don't deserve that. There's people that's been trying to frustrate you so you can leave, because they know that you're like that you're one of those people that could actually rise to the top. So this person has peeped all of that. They've noticed all of that. They see that there's people out here trying to sabotage your work. And everybody that has tried to come against you at this place, those people have left. Some type of way, those people leave. It's almost like karma hits them right away. All the mean people that tried to come against you and put you down because you have a positive attitude. You come there, you're focused, you're driven, you get the job done, you're professional. They were hating on that. So they were like, doing certain things to sabotage you, maybe, putting negative gossip out there, telling people that you had this horrible past. This happened to you, that happened to you. Trying to tell the bosses all kinds of negative stuff. But your work speaks for itself. Your work speaks for itself. So somebody could be offering you some type of contract or position, because they just signed the deal. These two people, you could be offered another position though. It could be at this place. Maybe you have to leave a company or a situation. That cycle ends because some major cycle is about to start. I mean, this is this room that they're in looks very, very like, maybe you're going to a much more, a higher reputable company, or, that pays more. You're about to get into this position. Okay? So I'm getting that for somebody here. And this could be a man that has been like betrayed, and gone through so much emotionally, right? And you walked away from that situation and now you're being offered something higher. It's almost like, how, there's people that, you hear of people that have gone to prison for like years and they come back and, okay, kind of like Nelson Mandela. He went to prison, got out of prison, became a president, you know. There's so many people that have like, Joseph in the Bible, you know, it's almost like your fall ends up being your like, you know, what levels you up. Joseph in the Bible was put in prison for lies that were told about him, went to prison, became humble, worked hard, used his gifts, was interpreting dreams, and then was recognized by the Pharaoh, because the Pharaoh had a dream. And he was like, I need to know this person. Who is this person? There's only one person that can interpret this dream. They said there's a man named Joseph. So they brought him. And Joseph was the only one that was able to interpret that dream. So the Pharaoh recognized his gift immediately and made him the ambassador or some high position, which he used to help his people, his family, the same family that betrayed him. So I could be speaking to a man or a woman who, you're just reflecting on the journey. It hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. The people closest to you tried to bring you down. You could have, had a divorce that, you lost everything. You literally lost everything and had to start from the bottom. You kept your head high. And now, you're entering this cycle where you're becoming, like a mogul. It's a very high position. It's different it could be in different ways for everybody, but that's the energy that's coming right now. Oh my goodness, the Queen of Wands is now here. So we got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So after leaving that situation, or that situation that left you broken, left you with nothing, you're going to meet your kingdom spouse. The King and Queen of Wands is here. So maybe this person that you're now, interacting with could be at your place of work. You see the potential in them, but you also see something else in them. You see the two of you as some type of power couple that when you come together, y'all can build an empire. Strong fire sign energy. She's the person you've noticed. It's very attractive to you. You find them very attractive. Both of y'all are very similar. You like to dress nice. Both of you all are physically fit, take care of yourselves. The Queen of Wands is very confident. And not only is she confident, she has like this energy in her where she's like, mysterious too. Very mysterious. And she plans all her movements. She's someone that takes action. She's a go-getter. She could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo female. She's a no nonsense type of person. Could be a Leo, or you could be a Leo. The sun. She lights up the room, or you light up the room. And this person cannot stop thinking about this person. Maybe you sit on your balcony and watch the sunset with a glass of wine, just thinking about, constantly thinking about. That's all you do. That's your, it just comes naturally. This Queen of Wands is living rent free in this man's head. You know, this man puts on a tough exterior, you know, but deep down inside he's a helpless romantic. He wants to come in strong. He wants to take action. He wants to, you know, do something. He wants to you know, ask her out. He wants to ask her out, but he's worried that, you know, it might not be accepted. The masculine could be a Sagittarius and the female a Leo. The problem is this person has a fear of rejection. You know, they have a fear that because they've lost a lot of things in their past, people have walked out of their lives, you know. So because of that, they pretty much just stick to themselves, you know. They've been living their life like, you know, they have their routine. They go after work, they might go for a run, or in the morning go for a run, or go to the gym. They make good money, so they like to eat good. You know, they drive a nice car. They live in a nice place. They wear designer stuff. They have all the gadgets at home, but they're enjoying it by themselves. They keep things to themselves. They don't share. You know, it's time this person is ready to like share their world with someone, you know, share all their luxuries with someone. They're tired of doing this alone, you know. Not that they're not content. They're happy with what they've done with their life, how they built themselves up, but they're ready to add someone there. You know, they might have a beautiful apartment or condo where they have a nice view. You know, they're ready to share that. You know, they've been holding on, you know, being very self-centered and all about self for a while, but they're ready to open up. Or maybe this could be the energy of the Queen of Wands. Okay, I don't know which side you fall in. You could be the Queen of Wands or the King of Wands. Okay, but there's somebody that cannot stop thinking about this Queen of Wands. And when he thinks about the Queen of Wands, it makes him smile. Like, I wonder what she's doing right now. And this is exactly what she's doing right now. The same thing you're doing. When she thinks about you, she smiles. Look at these two. This could also be somebody that's online dating and you've met someone online and y'all are having wonderful conversations and, you know, chats, or you will be. Okay. Someone has definitely, you know, sparked your interest here. There's this new passionate beginning that's about to start. There's going to be a lot of physical passion. A lot. I mean, think about it. Both people are very like, you know, fiery, fire signs, very, you know, into the fitness, overachievers, and they're the same way in bed too. They aim to please. Ten of Pentacles. So this is someone that people respect. People respect. This is someone that probably, you know, come from a very well-rounded family. Taurus energy here. So come from a very well, respected family. That could be the Queen of Wands or the Queen of, or the King of Wands. The King of Wands definitely went through a lot in his past. He could be someone that's divorced and has been able to pick up the pieces of his life from the divorce. So this King of Wands could be someone middle-aged, children are already grown, and he's an empty nester. But the Queen of Wands is slightly younger than him and full of life and just makes him very happy. This person is could have like a very strong traditional like way of doing things. Maybe they believe that, they don't believe in like casual relationships. They believe in like, marriage. They could come from that background where, they want you know, the wife, the dinners, coming home to someone. They feel like when you're in a relationship that you need to, you know, be committed. They believe in commitment. And this person, they hold on tight. When they get someone, this person holds on tight. This could be the Queen of Wands energy. They could be a bit possessive, is what I'm getting. They could be a bit possessive. So, I mean, when they get someone, they want to lock that person in. The Queen of Wands is looking towards the Hierophant. So they want this, like, it's almost given that the Queen of Wands probably have never been married before, but the King of Wands is a divorcee. He might want something a little bit more, like life partner, because they've done the commitment thing, they've done the marriage thing, and thus is, they don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. But the Queen of Wands have not experienced it, and she wants the whole shebang. She wants the wedding, she wants the white dress, because she hasn't experienced that. She might not have even had children yet. Sorry about that, guys. She might not have had children yet. Okay? Remember I said that she could be slightly younger. The King of Wands is given the energy that he might want to just like be free, but have that person that, he, he connects with on a physical level. But it's given that he's starting to feel differently with the energy of this Queen of Wands. It's almost like he's starting to, like, those feelings and emotions that were like dead and numb in him, especially after he walked away from his last relationship, where he was just like, you know he'll date, he'll take people to dinner, have, little playtime in the bedroom, but, he doesn't want anyone, he doesn't want that, like, long relationship type of thing. He still enjoys his peace. But now he finds himself thinking about this person, this Queen of Wands, all the time, imagining them in like a relationship, imagining them waking up to each other, living together, and all those things. He can actually see himself in a committed relationship with this Queen of Wands, because she's just his type of person. He's like, Everything about her. She's the one. She's the one. He's like, she's the one. She's the one I've waited my whole life to meet. That I'm ready to, make it official. Do whatever it takes to show her that I'm all in. So this person could be trying to make a move very soon and ask this person out on a date very soon as possible. They're building the courage. Ace of Cups. This is going to be like a very deep love. Oh my God. This person could already be in love with the Queen of Wands. This person could already be in love. And you see she's wearing white. So it's almost like this pure love. It's like something they've never felt before. And the funny part about it is that the feeling is mutual. The feeling is mutual, but the King of Wands doesn't know that the Queen of Wands actually feels the same way about him. She's in her office thinking about him all day long, They're working, but they can't take their minds off it. I mean, the thought comes across her mind from time to time. This is going to be so special and so beautiful. The Chariot card. This is going to be very successful. This person is coming for you. Chariot card, July 7, number 7, which is July, Cancer season. And guess what? We are in Cancer season, and somebody could be moving in together. Marriages in the future. Marriage is in the future for this King of Wands and this Queen of Wands. And it's going to be so beautiful with the Sun, which is the most positive card in the deck. So this message is for somebody. Maybe you haven't met them yet, and this could be something where Spirit is letting you know what's ahead of you, okay? What's coming. You could have just walked away from that situation that wasn't serving your highest good with the 8 of Cups. And you're going to walk right into your real love, new love. Make sure you're not holding on to any baggages from the past. You got to let all that stuff go. Okay? Don't hold on to people because you feel like they're financially able to support you. Maybe the gifts that they give you, the money, the lifestyle. But you feel empty. You feel like there's nothing. You have to live in your truth. Maybe this King of Wands is going to hear all this negative stuff about your past, and they're not going to care. They're not going to care because they have a past too. They've been through a lot. When you hear their story, you're going to be surprised. You're going to be like, whoa, I never knew that you went through all of that. They're going to be like, yeah. I was betrayed. This person could have a past where they served time in prison, or, it could have been over something they didn't do. Could have been some type of corporate embezzlement or something like that, and they had to go, or they went through probation, or they lost, there was a major fall, but they climbed right to the top and became even better than they were before. They could have started their own company and accumulated so much wealth. They have more wealth than, the people that left them for dead are shocked and surprised that this person was able to build back up to the top. And when you all come together and talk about, everything, your life, you're going to be so surprised how similar the journey was. It's almost given like there was a past life, like I've known you before. Like even when I met you, there's something familiar about you. I've known you before. Maybe this person was your love in a past life. Because the Ace of Cups is like, it's from the divine. Something you've prayed for. So this message is to let somebody know that you will be in a serious relationship very soon. Or if you met someone recently that you can't stop thinking of, when you think about them, you smile. This is confirmation that that's the one. They're the one. You might have to leave something to get this. It's not going to be easy, but you deserve it. You deserve it. This person could be a fire sign, sun sign, and like a water sign, moon. You know, or you could have a little water in your chart somewhere if you've ever done your birth chart. I'm getting that as well. I'm getting a lot of strong love energy from this reading. Like, just, oh, it's amazing. Amazing. Yeah, so that's what's coming. And it's coming in really fast. It's coming. For some of you, it's already here. It's already here. For some of you, you're still holding on to something or someone that is not serving your highest good. Because of security, you're still holding on. You don't want to let go. And for some people, this is a man, this is a masculine that's in a relationship that's not serving his good, but he's still holding on because he feels that it's cheaper to it's how that saying goes. It's cheaper to keep her. So he doesn't want to go through the financial loss or that he feels he's going to experience if he was to end his unhappy situation that he's in. Maybe they have children, maybe they have, the home, they've accumulated assets. So he knows if he was to walk away from this situation, he's going to walk away from a lot. He's going to walk away from a lot. But he has the confidence. I mean, he's coming up with a plan. You could receive a message from this person soon where they, confess their something to you. You could get like a message because she's reading this report. It might be a report, but it could be like an email, a text message. But there's flowers here. Maybe if you received flowers and you don't know who it's from, but this message that she's gonna get is gonna be a message of some type of like love, professing love. And it's gonna make your whole day brighter. That's for someone. Ooh, I don't want to stay in this message for I can just sleep on this message. The energy is so good. But for whoever this is for, just know that it's coming. The sun is shining on you. There's some blessings coming. You are on display. You're being seen by the right people. Okay? You're being seen by the right people. And also, if you're like a streamer or you're on the internet or you have a website or you're doing anything, you're also being seen by the right people because this is the sun and nothing and no one is hidden under the sun. So the sun is definitely going to illuminate whatever you're working on, okay? So just stay at it. I'm also getting that, whatever you're working on is going to help you walk away from the company that you're working at and open and start your own business. That wealth is going to flow. You're about to connect with like the world. I mean, we did see the world. It's going to take you around the world. In fact, you're going to make money because the world also gives me the World Wide Web. The world also gives me the internet. You're going to accumulate a lot of wealth and a lot of riches, but make sure that you don't get into this miser type of energy where you try to hold on to everything. See the Louis Vuitton bags, the gadgets, everything, just the box of cash. Your money, remember, money is water. Money is water. If you get anything from this reading, get this. Money is water. Money must flow. Money is currency. The river banks, river banks, streams of income, cash flow. Money is water. So make sure your money is circulating, okay? Don't keep it all to yourself. Every once in a while, you can donate. You know how some people pay tithes in the church, 10%. There's something about that. Doesn't necessarily have to be that you paying it to a church. You can pay it to charities. You can just give a little bit. Just make sure your money's getting out there. That's a message for somebody. I mean, you did get the Six of Pentacles. Make sure your money is getting out there, helping those that are in need. It comes back to you. That money always makes a way back to you. When you put that money out there to circulate, because it's water, it's going to flow back to you. Okay? But when you hold on to it too tight, then you create these blocks. So that's for somebody. If, I'm speaking to myself too. Hey, always give. And go through your closet. If there's things that you're not using, you haven't worn in a while, you have to let it go. You have to make room for what the universe wants to bring you. So that's for someone. That's a message for someone. But I'm speaking to someone that's very skilled. You could be into trading or the stock market, or, you're into something. And maybe you met someone doing whatever you're doing, but you definitely met someone that's into the same stuff that you're into, and they've striked your interest, and y'all could like start this new friendship that leads to something more serious, and then it ends up in a commitment. Okay? So that's the message for someone. This is such a beautiful message. It might not resonate for everyone. Put it where it belongs, flip it, whatever. You could be the masculine, you could be the feminine, whatever, but new love is coming for somebody. Okay? All right. Much love and many blessings. Bye-bye.